Yo, what's up with y'all, boys and girls, man? Hey, it's Jay Briggs here on this Money Making Saturday. Hey, weekend show, man. Y'all know what it is. I got Tony T, Joe Vaughn, and Kirk with me today. Should be a really good show. We got a full slate of Major League Baseball. We got an extra game because we had some postponements yesterday, so got an extra game in there. We got two in the WNBA, and of course, we'll probably talk about whatever else is under the sun. So, good morning. Let's make some money today, and let's talk to who's here. Tony T, how you doing today?
Doing great. Look, I bounced back from 1-3 day yesterday. We got baseball here. It gets kind of tricky here as we get close to the All-Star break, but still some pretty good series out there as we talked about yesterday. Yankees and Boston got a little hairy there in the ninth inning. Also, that Texas and Houston series. It looks. Those are the two series I'm looking forward to this weekend, and then we hit the All-Star break.
Yes, sir. All-Star break is right around the corner. Of course, here at Pig Dogs, we're still here. We talk a lot of futures. We just talk about whatever else is under the sun. You know what I mean? Talk about some college football, some NFL, some what we think is going to happen in the back end of the baseball season. There will be some WNBA and some summer league in there as well. So, we'll be here. We ain't going nowhere, and then we'll be out of it in a blink of an eye. But we'll be a little refresher. Jovan, what's happening, my man? How you doing today?
I'm doing all right. Swept the board with 3-0. Two big plus money dogs. To raise the units. On that. So it's like a 3 for 5 deal yesterday. Looks like I won. I won 5 games instead of 3. So
that's how you do it. That's how
yeah.
you do it. That's how you do it.
So look to keep it going.
Yes, sir. Money making Saturday. Let's put the pieces together today. Kurt, so man, how you doing?
How we doing? Yeah, no, as Jovan said, I had a pretty good day yesterday. 2-1, hit 2 plus money plays. So 13-8 in my last 21 MLB. Just looking to keep the momentum going into the All-Star break, and happy the summer league's back. And yeah, I think it's a good time of the year, actually.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm with you. I'm with you. I think it's a good time of year too. Um, you know what I mean? So still plenty of money to be made today, fellas. I'm gonna go ahead and hop right in. Let's get in and out of here today, man. Let's make us some money. We got some early games. What time did that WNBA start? WNBA starts at 12. So, all right. Yeah. Let's start in Major League Baseball, where we have the Dodgers and the Tigers going at it. Man, I went down on the Tigers yesterday, man. Damn. See if they can bounce back today. Pirates and the White Sox also going at it. And game one of that doubleheader, as I was talking about yesterday with the Cubs and the Cardinals, or as I was talking about earlier, Cubs and the Cardinals, game one. Tony T?
Yeah, I look here at the Dodgers Tigers to go under the total. Detroit bats. It's very hard to back Detroit. With their hitting. Let's say with Scubo, you got to just scrape runs with this team. But one thing I think is driving me here with this under is the fact that you got the weak bats for the Tigers. The Dodgers have been kind of cold themselves hitting, but you can always rely on that Dodger bullpen, which has been really pitched well, especially on the road with an ERA of 2.56. LA 26-21 to the under on the road this year, so go under in Detroit and LA. Pittsburgh and Chicago, just give me the plus. I'm going to look at the White Sox at the plus price here. White Sox pitching at home, holding teams at 229 hitting. And the Pirates, again, this is another team with weak bats. It's very tough to bet them when you see a minus. Even with Skeens on the mound, you had to sweat through that Milwaukee game when he won nothing. There's very little margin for error for these Pirate pitchers. So I'll take the White Sox at the plus price. In game one of the doubleheader, I'll look here at St. Louis. I'm still not a fan of this Cubs bullpen on the road, an ERA over 5. Lynn has been effective at home, a whip of 1.18. So I'll look at the St. Louis in game one of this doubleheader. That is, they're making up this game from a rainout in the spring.
Yes, sir. Jovan, what you like here in this early first slot?
Yeah, I'm on the Dodgers. Even at this minus number, I like my chances with them. They showed up late in that ball game last night, and I just think that they're gonna finish off this first half of the season on a little bit of a mini run. Tony alluded to it. Detroit Tigers really can't hit their way out of a wet paper bag. They have been playing better as of late, so that gives me some trepidation. But, at the end of the day, I think the Dodgers are just too strong in this spot. And I have no opinion on the other game. So
fair enough. Kurt, talk to me, man. What you like here in these first three?
Yeah, I'm going to be looking at the White Sox versus the Pirates, the under. Flexen will be on the mound for the White Sox. He had his best ERA in terms of any month this season in the month of June, and he's going in the right direction. 61% of the White Sox home games do hit the under. So they don't score a lot of runs. They score the least runs per game at home, I think, in the MLB, 28th overall. So they're just a team that really just can't hit the ball, but they just don't give up that many runs at home either. I think 8.5 at plus money. We're getting a really, really good value here. And the Pirates, they score 4.12 runs per game, which is 21st in the MLB. So yeah, I like the under in this. And honestly, the other two games, I would lean Dodgers and I would lean Cardinals, but no huge opinion on those.
Fair enough. I'm not in love with this first slot either. I told you guys a minute ago I went down on the Tigers yesterday with my guy Scooble on the mound. Dodgers got to him late and got the dub. If I want to go back to the Tigers at the plus money today, I really do. I feel like the Dodgers have been limping their way into the All-Star break, and they stole one yesterday, but I'd see this game today, especially with the starting option for the Dodgers, as a legitimate 50-50 game. Wouldn't be surprised if the Tigers came back and got them today at all. So I lean that way. I'm not totally in love with it, though, in all honesty. I like how Kirk broke down that White Sox Pirates under, though. I do. I quickly peeked at it. Ortiz has been pitching high. Right. Flexen has been much better recently. I don't expect either team to just light up the scoreboard. So I'm seeing under 8 at plus money. That's probably where I would go. 8.5 is even, but you can get plus money at under 8. That's probably the way I would attack it. Try to take an under in that game. Pirates, White Sox, and then my boy Lance Lynn, a new guy that I start to like in certain spots this season. Man, of course we all know his last game he got torched. He looked. Last game, Lance Lynn looked like the Lance Lynn from last year. Is what he looked like in that last game. But after he gets torched this season, I feel like he's usually come back with a solid outing. And just a random game for the Cubs in St. Louis just seems like a good spot for the Cardinals just to stack a dub. I know the Cubs are hot. I know they're hot. I just think if they were to drop one, it would probably be today. So in this game one, and then game two, they probably get it back with a side. It's kind of how I'll talk about that one later, but I'm gonna lean towards the Cardinals game one. Again, I told y'all these first three, I'm not in love with. There are some games that I do like today, and I'll talk about them here in a second. Game of the day, probably, or like Tony T said, one of the two. We got the Yankees and the O's, man. And like he said, they got chippy last night, man. Some punches was thrown. Was there any ejections? I didn't see. Like, is there anybody not playing today because of that?
I haven't got any information on that yet.
Yeah. I was just double checking.
Usually fines come out. Usually they like to hit them in the pocket.
You're right. So I was just double checking. But we got the Yankees and the O's. We got the A's and the Phillies. Ruffalo, I told him yesterday when we were breaking that game down live. I said, Ruffalo, that might have been the best breakdown I've ever heard you break down. And sure enough, the A's came through. Them A's came through, man. Shout out to them A's on that plus money. And we got the Guardians and the Rays. Kurt, what you like here?
Yeah, I'm going to have to go with the Phillies on the run line in this one. We're getting plus money against one of the worst road teams in the MLB. The A's have been hitting lefties pretty well lately, but they have not hit righties well all season. And the Phillies are healthy again at -1.5, the run line at plus money, I think. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. I don't think they're 24-8 coming off a loss this year, the Phillies, which is the best record coming off a loss, 75% win rate. Against a team like the A's, they can really, really start to pull away here in this National League if they really win the winnable games. So I think they really get one here on the run line. Even 2.5, I would probably lay with them. Other game here, as everyone was saying, Yankees-Orioles. You put that one in this slot, right?
Yep.
I'm actually going to go with the under in this game. I think both teams are going to be very motivated to win this game, so I'm not going with a side here after what happened last night, but 9.5 with two pitchers that have been, I know Heal's really regressing, but he did have a good start out against the Red Sox, and I think Rodriguez is on the mound for the Orioles, and this 9.5 just seems too high for me with how these two teams have been hitting the ball in their last 5. I think before last night, the Orioles scored 2 runs in their last 3 games, so I'm going with an under in that one, and I have no real opinion on the Guardians today.
I'm taking the Yankees. I talked about them yesterday on the drive-through with Tony T. I took them there. My real reasoning for taking them yesterday was I'm getting plus money between two teams that are hobbling. Somebody's got to win it. And to be honest, that's kind of my argument today. The O's are not hitting the ball well. They're just not. So, I mean, I kind of like that under there, Kurt. To be honest, I like that under. The O's, they're not hitting the baseball. The Yankees, they're swing or miss right now, too. I'm not necessarily completely in love with what I've seen from them. The O's have won behind Mr. Rodriguez a lot this season. But we've seen the Yankees win behind Gill as well. I think this is a legitimate 50-50 game. I probably trust the Yankees bats a little more right now at this current spot in the season we're in. I trust the Yankees bats just a little bit more. Pitching matchup, honestly, I think is a complete wash. So for me, I'm getting a slight lean on the bats. I'm getting plus money. And if I had to say, I'll probably get the better team in the Yankees. That's how I feel. Give me New York here. Straight up on the money line at the plus money, fading Baltimore. And I like that under with Kirk as well. A's, Phillies. To be honest, I want to stay on the A's, man. I want to find I probably want to go run line A's today. That's probably how I want to attack it. It's just I felt like yesterday, after Ruffalo broke it down, it was, the A's are hitting all right. You just got to call a spade a spade. Left-handed pitching. Right-handed pitching, they're, it's another story. But I'm not in love with Philadelphia. I'm not. I know they swept the Dodgers, but I've been talking about how the Dodgers were limping into the All-Star break. I think, honestly, I still think this is probably going to be like a 5-4 Phillies win is how I see this game shaping out. And I don't want to pay up for the -190 on the Phillies. And I wouldn't be surprised if the A's got them again. I wouldn't be surprised. So that's why I lean towards the 1.5. I'm just trying to talk you through my thoughts in all these games. I'm not betting all this. My best bets, the ones I do have, are at Pick Dogs Premium, but just talking y'all through it. And Guardians Rays, I probably won't fade the Rays in Tampa unless I have a great reason to anytime soon. We've talked about Tampa extensively. We're all expecting these boys to get back into the thick of things. The Guardians, man, I'm not liking how they're playing right now. I'm a guy who's been on the Guardians a ton earlier in the season. But right now, they're limping into the All-Star break as well. It's kind of crazy how all these good teams have been limping into the break. Tampa, they're quietly just being the Rays, man, playing well at the Trop. And I see this is another win for them. We're getting plus money with them, or is it even money? It's even money. Give me the Rays today at home. at the crib. Tony T.
Yeah, I'm going to look at the Yankees Orioles under the total. Both hitting lines have been struggling a little bit. You can count on this. The Yankees, a bullpen on the road, ERA of 3.33, holding opponents to 236, hitting on the road. Look under there. I'm looking for a bounce back from the Phillies. Phillies have been a really good home team. They got a really good crowd. I think the Phillies have the best home field advantage. The way the crowd gets behind this team, they rally, they hit for them. I look for the Phillies win by margin, so I would look again at the Phillies run line in this one, bouncing back from a loss. You look at the Phillies over their past 10 games, hitting 276, 36-14 home mark. I'll look for the Phillies here on a bounce back. And on that Guardians and Rays, I look for an under there. The Guardians' bats have quieted down. That's been the issue there. Their bullpen's still been effective on the road, so I'll go under there, Cleveland and Tampa.
And Joe Vaughn, what you like here, my man?
What's the games again? What did I miss?
We have A's, Phillies, Yankees, O's, and Guardians, Rays.
Yeah, I don't know. Luis Hill, he got blown up his last start. Well, not his last start against the O's, but tempers ran hot yesterday. When the Yankees got the win late, when the Orioles hitter got beamed, and by the air. While I want to say bounce back with the Orioles, I think the Yankees do a little something, make a little hay in this series. I think Hill has, a bounce back performance against the O's, and I like their bullpen better than the Orioles, to be quite frank. So if it's a close game, it's advantage Yankees as far as I'm concerned. So I want that plus money with the Yanks. I already got my fill with the A's yesterday, so I'm not gonna go touch that game again. So that's a no play, and that 7.5 looks kind of steep to me with the Guardians and Rays. So I want the over in that one. I think it gets over that 7.5 that's posted right now. It's just one of those situations where I look at the number, I don't think it's right. I think it should be, at least 8, 8.5. So when I see a discrepancy in my eyes like that, I want to, just take it on the strip for that. So I'm on the over.
All righty. Let's keep it rolling, ladies and gentlemen. We got the Rockies and the Mets, the Royals and the Red Sox and the Cardinals. No, the Marlins and the Reds. I'm sorry. So Rockies, Mets, Royals, Red Sox, Marlins, Reds. I think I'm up. We got Feltner and the Rockies, man. Them boys fought tough yesterday. They really did. The Rockies fought tough and just couldn't get it done. I got to go back and take a shot on the Rockies today, bro. Christian Scott is not a minus 225 pitcher, bro. He's just not. I'm sorry. He's not. He's not, bro. Every time he on the mound, the Mets be looking terrible. He's okay, but they don't win his games. 4 of his last 5 outings, them boys have lost. I know Feltner's ass, and I know his record's ass, and I know the Rockies don't win behind him. I get it. But that still doesn't mean that Christian Scott is minus 225 today. With how competitive the Rockies were yesterday, I trust that they will be just as competitive today, and I wouldn't be surprised at all if they gutted out a win today. I wouldn't be surprised at all if they gutted it out. I would lean on the Rockies a little bit. I think the Red Sox get their get back tonight. I think they do. The Royals have quietly, won 4 straight as they tried to, they were struggling there for a minute, but I don't see them getting to their 5th straight win. I think the Red Sox get back to business here. Seth Lugo, hey, he's been solid for the full course of the season, but We saw him struggle his last outing on the road against the Rockies. He gave up 2 and a homer in that game, which ultimately was the deciding factor in that game, as his team only scored 1 run in that one. So I think this is a bounce back outing for the Red Sox today, at home, at the crib. I think that's why they're favored. They've been the better team, in my opinion, over the full course of the month. Give me the Red Sox. I trust them in that spot to get their get back. And I would lay a run line with Cincinnati. I would. Yesterday I talked about the Reds. When they're hot, bro. They're just hot. And they're a team I don't like to fade. There's 2 teams that are that way. The Reds and the Twins. When they're hot, I just leave them alone or I ride with them. And I talked about yesterday for the Reds. I know like a week ago when they saw they had the Rockies coming up, 4 games against the Rockies and 3 games against the Marlins, and they were 8 games below 500. They said it's do or die. This is do or die. We have to run the table essentially if we're going to make a run for the postseason. If we're going to make a run to turn our season around, and that's kind of what they've done here. They did drop that 1 to the Rockies. It happened 6-5. But outside of that, they've played really well. They've smashed the bad teams in this run, and I just think that they continue to do that. So Marlins, they're banged up, and they've been one of the worst teams. I don't see them stepping up today. Give me a run line with Cincinnati. Tony T.
Yeah, I'm going to look here at plus money with the Royals. Their bats have gotten hot here. The Boston bullpen at home in the area over 4. Boston's been a bad home favorite this year, 14-16, losing about 6.5 units. And they don't win for Crawford. 6-12 team record, losing 6.5. They do win for Lugo. I'll look for KC there with the plus price. Marlins and Reds, I'm with you on the run line there with the Reds. The Marlins have lost 9 of 11. 7 of those losses have been a loss to the run line. Miami, again, struggles against left-handed starters, only putting up 2.9 runs per game against them. So look, run line there. I'll look at the run line here with the Reds. We know the Rockies struggle on the road hitting. Mets hit the ball well at home. The Rockies bullpen, when you've got an ERA on the road of 6.56 and you have a run differential of minus 125 on the road, it's going to be hard for me to back the Rockies. Usually I would look at a total with them, but I just again, I like playing the big favorites, but I just can't. I just have to look at the the Mets here on the run line in this spot against this Rockies lack of hitting and poor pitching.
There you go, Tony. Jovan, what you like here?
Yeah, I think I want to rock with the Rockies first 5, plus 0.5. So I think it's just one of those spots where I think Ryan Feltner, he didn't pitch poorly his last start. Only gave up 2 runs in that outing. I think he went 6 strong. So, eliminate the bullpen because their bullpen is trash. And hopefully they keep it close to a tie. Christian Scott, he could get hit. So hope at the end of 5 we have a tie game and we cash. I think that's how I want to play it. Can't play any other way. I'm not gonna take the Mets at ridiculous prices, of course. And I could only look to the underdog. So how I'm gonna play the underdog is eliminate the bullpen and play first 5.
There you go. And Kirk.
Yeah, I think today is a really big day where Jovan said there's some over-under discrepancies, and I'm seeing 2 in the slate. We're getting plus money for 8.5 for the Rockies versus Mets. As everyone has said, both these pitchers are very, very hittable. The Rockies bullpen's awful, and the Rockies have gone over this total in their last 4 games. 8.5 seems way too low for this. The Mets are hitting the ball really well right now, so I'm going to go over 8.5 at plus 104 in that one. I think, with the Reds, you can't overcomplicate things right now. If you're getting plus money against one of the worst teams in the Marlins on the run line, it was one of my top plays yesterday on the premium side. Gonna go with it again today at plus 130 or whatever we're getting it at. And then I think this Royals Red Sox game, the over under at 9, I think that's too high. We have 2 decent starters on the mound who've been pretty good for the course of the season. I'm gonna go under in that one.
Alrighty. Next slot up, man. We got My favorite team, the Texas Rangers, out on the road facing the Houston Astros. We got the Nationals and the Brew Crew going at it. Dallas Keuchel on the mound on that one. And we got the Braves and the Padres. Tony T, you're back up. What you like here?
All right. Then in this slot here, I'll be looking at the Brewers here at the price. Nationals have struggled hitting left-handed starters this year. Brewers have been hitting the ball over their past 10. It's tough to back the Nationals bullpen on the road in ERA about 4.5. And Milwaukee's been a pretty good home favorite this year. And they've been beating up on some of these bad pitching staffs, 40-28 against teams that allow 4.2 runs per game or greater. So we'll look at the Brewers there in that spot. Rangers and Astros, I'll take the plus money with Houston. Just can't trust that Texas bullpen on the road in ERA near 6. Houston has been a pretty good scoring team at home, a plus 63 run differential at home. The Rangers now 20-29 on the road, losing nearly 9 units. So I'll look at the Astros in that spot. And then in the Atlanta San Diego game, I'll be looking under the total. The Braves pitching has been doing well here in this trip. So is their bullpen. Atlanta's holding teams to 223 hitting on the road. Braves 24-17 to the under, 11-3 to the under behind Lopez. So we'll look under in that one.
Jovan.
Yeah, we're gonna look towards the Rangers, Astros under first 5. And I want to pull the trigger with Texas, but I'm gonna set that one aside. But just to isolate this first 5, I think Nate Eovaldi has a strong start in this one. Against the Astros, he's battled them pretty well throughout the years, and I have faith in him. To get things done. So I think runs are going to be at a minimum with him. Spencer Evergetti, he's actually been serviceable, been decent. So I'll take a shot also, with him thinking that he's gonna kind of stymie these Astros bats for the most part. So I don't think he gets blown up by any means. So, if we're getting a 2-2 ball game, then we should cash. Yeah, about at the end of 5.
Kurt.
I'm actually gonna go the opposite on the Rangers versus Astros game. I'm looking at the game total. I'm going over 8.5. I certainly think the first 5 can hit the under, but I'm going game total over. The Rangers bullpen has just been really, really bad this season. This is one of the crazier stats of the season. They allow 5.15 runs per game on the road and only 3.31 at home. That's a 2-run difference almost at home versus away. This is a difference in terms of a lot of over-unders, and 52% of their away games do hit the over. Arrighetti in his last 2 home starts has allowed 7 runs over his last 8 1/3 innings. I think this game's going to go definitely over 8.5. So we're getting a pretty good price at it. I think it's minus 104. So I really like that in this slot. And then the really good value, has been really good all season, and the Braves look better than the Padres last night, and I think they head into the All-Star break strong.
Fair enough. For me, I will go with the give me the Padres. Give me the Padres today behind Dylan Cease. This losing streak got to end somewhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was today. I know Cease hasn't been pitching all that well. His last 2 outings, he's really struggled against the Diamondbacks and the Rangers. The Padres got beaten the hell out of in both of them. Lopez has been arguably one of the best, if not the best pitcher in baseball. He's been really serviceable today. So why the hell are the Padres minus 130? Somebody explain it to me. So I'm not an idiot. Sometimes it's just right there in your face. I got to take the Padres, bro. I got to, bro. On principle alone. on principle alone. This losing streak got to end somewhere. And I wouldn't be surprised if it was today, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. So give me the Padres. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. That game on Fox today, too. So, the book's not just handing out plus money on the Braves, bro. They not. They not. It can't. Not with Lopez on the mound. Like, come on, bro. Come on. And then for me, shocker. I know with these next words going to come out of my mouth. I'm taking my Rangers today. And I'm laying a run line. I'm laying a run line with my Rangers today. I am. I trust Nate Eovaldi. And if the Rangers, it's do or die time, Brody. It's do or die time. Astros now 6 games above. Rangers now 6 games below. They got to make a move, man. They got to make a move. So if I got to go down with the ship, I'll go down with the ship. If I got to go down with my ace, I'll go down with my ace, Nate Eovaldi. 17 of the last 20 wins for the Rangers have all been on that run line. So when they win, that's how they win. So I might as well attack the plus money and get the best value I can out of the situation, plus 140. Spencer Arrighetti, he's hittable, very hittable. His last 2 outings, he's been struggling finding the plate as well. We saw him get hit really good in his last one. Gave up plenty of runs the game before that. Rangers, Astros is always super competitive. Season series is 5-3. Probably be 5-4 after today. Attacking the plus money. I'm laying the run line with my team and our ace, Nate Eovaldi. And I got to go with the Nationals. I just got to be there. I have not liked what I've seen from the Brew Crew. This is another good team that's kind of been limping into the All-Star break. And Dallas Keuchel, in some weird way, has been pitching high, and the Brewers have been winning behind him. Do I expect that to continue? Hell no, I don't. I just don't. I just can't. I just can't expect Dallas Keuchel to continue to pitch well, and the Brewers get wins behind him. The Brewers are really slumping right now, so today's probably that regression day. Mitchell Parker, I like Mitchell Parker, man. You can back Mitchell Parker in certain spots. He hasn't been winning that much recently as he's lost 3 of his last 5 starts, or his team has lost 3 of his last 5 starts, but they got a dub yesterday. We're getting plus money in this situation. Brew Crew not playing all that well. I think all the value is on the Nationals. That's the way I would lean in that one. All right. Let's keep it rolling. We got them Twins and them Giants going at it today. We got the Cubs and the Cardinals game 2. We got the Mariners and the Angels. Oh, it's the last slide in baseball. And we got the Blue Jays and the Diamondbacks. 4-game slide because we got the extra one in there. Tony T. Oh, no, you started the last one. So, Jovan. Last 4 games on the card, my man. What you got for me?
Yeah. I want to rock with the Angels. I know Jorge Kirby, he's George Kirby, he's phenomenal pitcher. But on the road, I'm not laying this price, being backed up by a lineup that's just a light hitting squad. It's really that simple. Jose Severiano, he does have, some talent. He gets blown up sometimes, but sometimes, he does battle, is what I'm trying to say. And I think in this home dog spot, I want my money on them. You saw what happened walk off last night. They battled the whole way through and got the dub. And Seattle, they had a mini streak. Now I think they're gonna limp into the All-Star break. So I'm rocking with the Angels. I also want my money on the Blue Jays. Jose Barrios, he has, he's been, I would say, one of their best starters this year. Gives them a chance to win. And Arizona, it is one of those teams that they burned me a little bit too much this year. So I'm not gonna back them, especially at laying that extra juice. I'm looking for Minnesota to bounce back also, behind Simeon Woods Richardson rather. No, it's just one of those things where I saw what Hayden on Burke's song, that throws out there. I'm not all that impressed. He needs a little bit more seasoning, you know, in my book. And I just think that the Twins, they're a much stronger team with a better lineup, at least in their current form. So, I'm more the Twins in that one.
Kurt, talk to me.
Yeah, I'm pretty much with Jovan on all those games. I'm not going to be as aggressive in that Angels game. I'm going to take them plus 1.5. Still getting it at like minus 130. I could see this being like a 2-1, 3-2, 4-3 game. I do think the Mariners take it, but I think it's going to be close. Last night was a 1-run game in extras. So I'm taking the plus 1.5 with the Angels. I do think the Twins bounce back under Woods Richardson as well. I'm going to take them on the money line. And then, yeah, the Diamondbacks, they've been a really hard team for me to bet this year. They're kind of on the do not bet list for me. And I'd say those are the only two games I'm looking at in this final slot here.
For me, them Twins, man, them damn Twins. They lost yesterday, so you know what that means? That means I can fade them today. Give me the Giants. Y'all know I hate the Twins, bro. I hate them. Somebody in the comments told me yesterday their mascot is a bear. I did not go double check that. I need to go double check. I need to see this bear for the Twins. Make that make sense, bro. What is a damn twin? Again, what is a twin? I don't know, bro. Twin Cities, I get it, but like, then how do you get to the bear? I don't know. I'm fading their ass. Short, sweet, simple. Give me the Giants, a 50-50 team. Them Bats, they looked all right yesterday. Wouldn't be surprised they got to go in today. So everybody knows I'm a Twins hater. The moment they lose, I got to fade them. When they be hot, when they be winning games, I leave them alone because they're a team that stacks wins in bunches, but they also stack L's in bunches too. So it's just the type of team they are. I wouldn't be surprised if the Giants got them today again. And I'm on Los Serpientes, man. Give me the Diamondbacks. It's a pivotal series for these boys, man. They got to make a move. And these are the type of teams I'm trying to bet in the second half of the season, especially like right now. The teams, they got to make a move. Rangers, Diamondbacks, two teams that were just in the World Series last year. Like, bro, y'all got to make a move if y'all going to try to, get back and do what y'all did last year. These two teams, they did it out of the wild card, though. So, Blue Jays, I've told y'all for weeks now, I'm sticking a fork in them. I got a fork stuck in the Blue Jays. They're done. They're cooked. I'm done with them. Maybe next year I'll be back on the Blue Jays train. But for right now, they're a fade, in my opinion. And I think the Diamondbacks got to stack another win here. At minus 135, I'm not totally in love with that price, but it got to be played, man. Jovan is correct. I think if I were to have to say the best pitcher for the Blue Jays this season has been Barrios. So I understand the shot on the Blue Jays at the plus money, but I'm so far done with the Blue Jays, and I'm just expecting the Diamondbacks to stack wins to get back into the thick of things. They still have a chance. The Blue Jays don't. Come on, Arizona, get that done. Y'all know who on that mound today. My guy, Jorge Kirby. Ooh. Jorge Kirby is on that mound, but Jovan is correct, man. I don't think I want to pay the Jorge Kirby tax. I don't know if I want to pay it. I don't know if I want to pay that Jorge Kirby tax on this game today, man. I really don't. The Angels are a sneaky little team. They are. They're not good, but they're not the Marlins either. They're not the White Sox. You know what I mean? You can bet them in certain spots. We saw them get it done in extras yesterday. Honestly, the reason I don't want to pay the Jorge Kirby tax is I don't think he's going to be the factor in this game. Even if he comes out and pitches well, I don't trust the Mariners' bats whatsoever. So even if Kirby comes out there and only gives up one or two, it's probably going to be the bullpen that the game is going to be decided by the bullpens in this one. So that's why I'm saying I don't want to pay the Jorge Kirby tax in this one. So I probably will just leave that game alone. If I were forced to pick it, I would probably go plus money with the Angels. praying that the Mariners continue to fall off and let my Rangers get back in it. But and other than that, I really don't like that game. And then Cardinals Cubs. I told y'all earlier, I like Cardinals game 1, and I would probably lean Cubs game 2. Tony T.
Yeah, I like the Twins Giants under in this game. I like Richardson and the bullpen behind him. And we also seen that some of these interleague teams, when they go into Oakland or into San Francisco, they struggle trying to adjust to the ballpark. We've seen it many times. And this is a spot here where the Twins came in really hot and had struggles hitting the baseball. So, and of course, the Giants also have struggled hitting right-handed starters this year. And I'll be looking here as well at Arizona. The Diamondbacks, their bats are hot, clutch again. Toronto blew a late lead. Just can't trust that Toronto bullpen on the road. They lost it for them again yesterday. And Toronto just light hitting on the road. So I'll look at Arizona. Those are the two that I like in this time slot.
What are you selling today over at Pick Dogs Premium, Tony T?
Yeah, I got a best bet on the board right now for Major League Baseball as well as a 3-pack here. No better time to get on board with me tonight or get on board with a long-term pass, 3, 7, or 30-day pass. And remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15%.
And the drive-thru will still be going on during the All-Star break, correct?
Yep, All-Star break. We'll have the drive-thru, and this is the time when we get out our football publications and start going to work in football. We'll have college football and NFL season win totals. Of course, we'll have some WNBA coverage. I'm sure Summer League will be up there on the board as well. So we'll have a lot to talk about here during the drive-thru this week.
Yes, sir. Of course, all 3 of us who are right here with Tony T are frequent guests. So I'm pretty sure you'll catch us all there this week on the drive-thru, giving out some futures or talking some Summer League or some football, whatever's on our mind that current day. We'll see. Jovan, my man, what you selling today, my man, off a great day yesterday?
Yeah, right now I only have one play up on the board. Well, I have 2, but one isn't even up for a package. So I got a one-off right now. Gonna put a couple more MLB plays out there so I can make a 3-pack. Coming off a 3-0 day, looking to keep that going. Right now, I'm running a little bit behind, so it's just the selection process I have. A couple games that I'm eyeing. Well, I have 3 games that I'm eyeing. I just need to eliminate one of them, and that's really a sticking point for me. So I'll have a 3-pack up momentarily. So jump on board, something long term, to get it all.
With Jovan, man, as I always say, when he get hot, man. One of the best to hop on when that starts to happen. Kurt, what you got going on today, man, over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I got my best play of the day, as I said, 13-8 in my last 21 MLB. And I also got an MLB 3-pack up. Tomorrow I'll have a 3-pack up for the Euro and Copa finals. So now's a good time to hop on a 3-day, as you'll get probably 3 different sports. I'll probably have a WNBA up tomorrow or today as well. So 3 different sports over the next 3 days, probably a good value deal.
There you go. Hop on with Kurt, Pick Dogs Premium, man. Y'all can hop on with me as well. I have my $19 Major League Baseball play of the day, my favorite play in Major League Baseball. Overall, it's been a solid 2 weeks for me in baseball. Last night wasn't the best. I went 0-3 in baseball. I did. I felt like yesterday on the show, I had a really good day in the grand scheme of things. And just the selection process, when it came down to those final 3, it just didn't go right. It just didn't go my way. But, it happens that way sometimes when you do this day in, day out. I'm not upset about it. I'm right back in the grind today with it. So y'all can hop on with me. And, of course, I probably will have a WNBA in there here in a second. But speaking of WNBA, there's 2 of them things. Let's talk about them quickly before we get in and out of here. We got the Liberty and the Sky going at it at 12 on ABC. Sky, 5.5-point home dogs. Can Angel Reese keep that double-double streak alive? And then we have the Sparks and the Wings. My favorite team, the Wings. Laying 4.5 on the Sparks. Interesting game here. Interesting game there. Tony T, any WNBA for you today, my good friend?
Yeah, I think in this one, I've got to look at I love looking at plus prices, but man, Skies sometimes have trouble covering numbers. And it's just a Liberty shooting performance right now. I've got to look at the Liberty in this spot, laying the points, even on the road. Over the past 5, 47% shooting, 35% from 3. We've got to look at that spot. I still can't understand. I mean, how Angel Reese goes 7th in the draft. That to me is just a head scratcher. And I think that's the driving force for her, right? I mean, you're going to have to prove everybody wrong. I understand number 1 to Kaylin is pretty much for the box office, but how do you pass on Angel Reese at those next 5 slots? That's just, to me, just mind blowing. But anyway, that's the one I like tonight from WNBA, or today, I should say.
There you go. Jovan, any thoughts here on these two WNBA?
Well, I would like to know if Brianna Stewart's playing her status, because that's key. You know, she's a driving force behind what the Liberty does. So, you know, if I would like to take the over at 163 and a half. You know, I just think, you know, coming off that last game they played, you know, it's gonna be more points scored. You know, I mean, saying that the Liberty dropped 91, and but I see the Sky having an uptick in points. You know, they you know, they were dead in the water in the second half of last game. So I think being at home, you know, serves them well. I'm not gonna take the side, you know, because the Liberty, they're just too strong, and you know the questionable status of Brianna Stewart. Well, last time I checked, at least.
She's still day-to-day game time decision.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm gonna back the over in this one. That's really all I gotta say about that game. The other game, it's a high total. That's for sure. 171. You know, if
and climbing.
You know, cause I would say over, but it's getting a little bit too rich for my blood. So do I want to, you know, wait and try to get some buyback on the under? You know, because I do like to do that when it comes to totals, or actually when it comes to anything side or total. You know, when the market you know, either rises or falls, you know, too much, and I think I can hammer, you know, the other side. So, you know, if it gets to a certain point, you know, let's say 173-ish, you know, use that as a number. I think I might want to buy back on the under.
Fair enough. Kurt, any WNBA for you, sir?
Yeah, I think Vegas really has the Sky Liberty spread spot on. I think 5.5. It's really hard to choose a side in this one with 5.5. I mean, it was a really competitive game last time they played each other, and then the Liberty outscored the Sky by 14 in the fourth. I mean, anything could really happen this one. Brianna Stewart's still questionable, so there's just too many question marks in this game. But I am looking here at the Sparks money line at the plus money. I think these teams are both – I think this is a really, really 50-50 game, and I don't really trust either team. So if I'm getting plus 150 almost on the Sparks, I'm going to have to take that.
Fair enough. For me, I'm taking the Sky plus the points at home at the crib. Reason I got to take the Sky, y'all know me, man. It's just I love my spots and I love my situations, and this one just fits one of them, man. It's a double revenge spot at home at the crib, and it's quick revenge too. It's quick revenge. We just saw y'all girls the other day. Y'all beat us. Now, yeah, it's not happening here today. Yes, the Liberty have won the last two fairly dominantly, but this line is still priced fairly competitive at 5.5. The looming Brianna Stewart, I think, is huge. Like Kirk said, through three quarters, that last game was super competitive. I think the Sky can replicate some of those things they did in that game and keep this game competitive. If not, get them outright. The Liberty have lost 4 games this season. One of those losses was to the Sky. So I would lean towards Chicago in this one, Angel Reese and company. And I do think Angel Reese probably keeps her double-double streak alive. And then Wings Sparks. The homer in me wants to lean Wings, but a lot of what Kirk said is really true. This is 50-50 type game. The two teams have similar records. The Wings, I do think, are slightly better right now currently. The Sparks missing Cameron Brink. I'm not really that interested in that game, to be honest. I think the line's probably right where it should be. Dallas should be favored at home at the crib, but 4.5. Yeah, I could be probably talking to the plus money on the Sparks, but I'll probably leave it alone in all honesty. So that's how I feel about the WNBA today. I know there's some summer league today. Still the first game for some of these teams, so I'm not quite sure what I'm going to see. I was tuned in a little bit last night. Anybody have any thoughts on any of these games today, or any thoughts on anything else before we get to the parlays? Kirk, I'll start with you, my man.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say Reed Shepherd looks insane. I mean, he
was looking sweet. He was looking sweet last night.
3 blocks even. That's crazy. I mean, honestly, all 3 of the top 3 picks didn't look terrible. Sarr looked decent in the second and third quarters. Reece, once he hit his shot, I mean, he didn't shoot that well, but he does have a nice stroke. I think he's not number 1 overall good comparatively to other years' drafts, but he's going to be a solid player. But today I'm looking at the Jazz minus 7.5 against your team in the Mavs. Jay, I'm sorry. They're a good team, but Summer League, I don't even know who they have on that team that's really going to do anything. And I think I said this to Tony T. I think the Jazz have one of the best Summer League rosters ever, maybe. I mean, they have 8 players on that Summer League roster that are on the team full time. They have Sensabaugh, they have Keontae George, Walker Kessler, Taylor Hendricks. I mean, 4 of those guys literally started the end of the season, last 15 games together. They have chemistry. They've already played 3 games in this Summer League. And, yeah, I think they really get this one done. They're the favorites to win the Summer League at plus 700. So I think that's going to be my one play of the day.
I'm Nick J.
I said, honestly, I'm going the other way. I'm taking my Mavs. And it's just a fade of the Jazz, bro. It's just because everybody loves the Jazz. Everybody knows that. And the books know that, and that's why they're such a high price, bro. They're not that damn good. We've already seen them lose a game, bro. Like 7.5 in the Summer League, laying that many points is crazy. This Mavs team is fairly, you know what I mean? I trust Coach Jared Dudley. This Mavs team in the Summer League has been fairly good, so give me Dallas in that Summer League game. Other than that, I would probably lean towards Toronto against the Thunder. I think they're favored in that game for good reason. This is all just leans. I'm waiting a little bit here in the Summer League before I officially jump in, but those are just the 2 I like. Tony T, anything for you? What's up, Mitch? How you doing?
Nothing much, just checking in. I'm here in Kauai with I'm up, so might as well join in.
Well, at this, they've confirmed the lineup here in Game 1 of this game between Cubs and St. Louis, and I've got a line service flash here. Goldschmidt will not be in the starting lineup for St. Louis.
No Goldschmidt.
Definitely saw a lot of tall young guys walking around in Vegas when I was there.
Yeah.
A lot of them wearing Lakers garb or whatever the case may be, man. But there was a lot of them. It was like, man, these guys are tall.
Summer League is out there, man. It's going crazy. Should be a lot of fun. Jovan, you got any thoughts on the Summer League today? Or anything else?
Not really. Peripherally had my eye on something last night. Though I was too busy even to really pay that much attention to it. But I should want to get down with some degenerate gambling on it. I mean, there's some spots where you're like, oh damn, that was easy. So that's really it. So I should, get my eyes on some of that action.
I will add that we have seen that sometimes they sit some of these top rookies after the first 2 games. So keep an eye on the rosters because we've seen that the last couple of years in Summer League.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, fellas, that's the end of the show. We're to the parlays, man. We're to the parlays. Mitch, you got any thoughts? You got any gems you want to drop on us before we touch on the parlays?
I think that today's card, like it's been the past week, is going to be tough sledding. And I think, less might be more, at least in my case. I got burned on a couple aggressive plays yesterday. So, but I do see some opportunities and, just continue to find the value, man. That's all I could say. Don't, we saw a 198 favorite go down and, I see all the talk about how the A's beat the Phillies, but no one's really talking about how the Cubs took down the Cardinals at minus 198 yesterday in St. Louis with Sonny Gray too. So it's like, it's all over the place. And, if you would have laid runs with odds with the Mets, you would have lost there as well. So, it's just stay away from those things. It's like, I lost a couple that I could have had, but, even units. So just stick with it. I'll be back on the show in the mornings, starting not this Monday, but next Monday. So we'll be back the Friday before the All-Star break probably, but I'll be back the Monday after. So
hey, Mitch, I'm a happy man, based off of those 2 games.
I was kicking myself because I really did like the Cubs in that one against the Cardinals too.
Yeah.
The thing is, I think the Cubs have been pretty good value recently. They went in quietly, just getting it done too against the big teams. So, they slaughtered the Orioles. They just killed them in Baltimore.
And, fade Ranger Suarez.
Yeah. And, what about Lopez today, right? It's the same thing. These guys.
Yeah, Mitch, I said that. Why the hell is Lopez a dog today? Could somebody make it make sense?
Yeah. These don't last forever, these runs that they're on. Same with Lopez. There's a few guys, Chris Sale generally is the first half of the season guy too. So, there's a lot of guys that are first half of the season guys. And then there are a lot of guys that are second half of the season guys. And the second half of the season guys, we know is Justin Verlander, right? Always second half of the season guy. Max Fried, second half of the season guy. Charlie Morton. These are like the same guys. They always start horribly. And then, the years that they don't start horribly, those are the years that they have the Cy Young Award.
Who are the second half teams that you like to look at?
For me, I'm still going to stick with the same ones. The Rangers, the Giants, the Padres, and I think the Astros. Those are the 4 teams. I think the Mariners don't make the playoffs. It's tight, right? In the National League, they're all bunched up at the top. I think, the trade deadline is going to decide it. You just have to remember, it's like even though we went this style the first half of the season, and I always do, it doesn't mean the second half of the season it's going to work, because what will happen is like a lot of these dogs that were live dogs this half of the season, they become bad bets because they've sold out. They've traded everything, basically like a bad Oakland A's team, where they have sold everything that's not tied down. And then, the contenders are just loaded up, It'd be interesting to see who's going to make a move though,
Yeah. And those first year pitchers, they start to run down a little bit in late August, September.
Kind of the way we see Mackenzie Gore wearing down a little bit, even though he's not a first year guy, he's a wear down guy, Oh, like Dane Dunning was always a wear down guy. Yeah. There's just certain guys, they're good, they wear down. But I think the Rangers, the Astros, these are the teams that, Giants. The Giants made it look easy last night. They just killed the Twins. They just killed them. So I'm excited, for the second half and, 3 weeks away from NFL.
Another team I would add on to there too.
Who's that?
Tampa.
Yeah, the Rays too. The Rays as well. We saw the Blue Jays bullpen, once again last night totally implode. They had the game won and their good guy was in, and they gave it up. It's like they're in trouble. Oh, bad. It's what time is it?
World Traveler.
Yeah. Well, I have my niece and her 4 friends here in Kauai. My wife, uncle of the century here. We got the. I wish it was the light was on. You guys could see the view we have here from the. I don't know, maybe you'll be able to see it. It's crazy, crazy, crazy. It is. Let me see if you guys can see. No, it's pitch black. There's no way you can see it. You'll be able to hear it though. Nah, you can't see it. But it's like those like how you see on TV, like with the giant lava, fields with just giant waves smashing over the side, blowholes, with the lava, the water going underneath the lava and shooting up into like a whale. Looks like. I'll have to do some videos there later on.
Yes. What time is it?
It's 5.
Ooh.
Oh.
Mitch
used to the 4 a.m. shows back in the day.
Yeah, I did them every day. I think it's like, I think I'm like this. Anyways, man, I'm ready. You guys should all, man, everyone out there, really, all-star break. It's a good time to reload, retake it. I know there's WNBA this year during the all-star break, and there's home run derby in the all-star game. It's kind of like if you want to plunk a little something, it's always fun, but take a couple days, man. It's like, even I'm taking a couple days, so it's like, man, never take days. So you gotta do it.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what are you doing during the break?
I don't know yet. I haven't really.
Going fishing? Did you catch anything with your grandfather?
Yeah, we did. We caught a couple. I might go a couple more times here this week, so we'll see. I haven't just not gonna do nothing crazy, but we'll see. I might. You never know me.
Jade will be at the summer league tomorrow.
Never know.
Oh man, so at Bellagio, Sean, who you guys never get to see, he's not on the shows or anything, but he's works behind the scenes. He's one of my business partners, and he's messing around on his phone at Bellagio, and his wife and his kid are like, "Oh man, did you see that? LeBron James is standing right here, like this close to him." So he misses him, right? And LeBron's now behind him, So he turns around, and he starts walking over, and LeBron's bodyguard just is like, but it's like he basically like walked out of the elevator, was like, how like you're on your phone, it just shows you just miss it. He was all mad. He like waited like, all this time to see him before.
That's crazy. Oh man. I saw Kirk, you were out there last year, right?
Yeah, it was awesome. It's like a basketball fan's dream. You stay at any of the hotels really around that time, 5 to 6 different teams will be at each hotel. So I was at brunch
in Patara, like the Lakers were.
Yeah, I forget which hotel I was at, but Kyle Lowry, Gabe Vince, and Aaron Neesmith were all at breakfast with me. Then Neesmith and Haywood Highsmith, I was in the gym in the morning. They were working out there. So it's a really cool experience if you kind of want.
Greg Oden over at Aria too, walking
around.
Greg Oden.
Oh, just in the gyms, because they're next to each other. You'll see the general managers, you'll see the coaches. Danny Ainge I see people walking up, just talking to him, and they'll talk to the fans.
So Sean is like that. He'll just walk up to the guys. He's got tons of selfies with a lot of players. Got tons of them. He's got the Steve Kerr. He's like, hijacked him.
Yeah, I got a lot of selfies last year. It was a good time.
Yeah, because the general managers and the coaches, they know the fans that are there are smart fans, right? The hardcore fans that'll show up for the summer league, so they're all ears.
Also, it's kind of like it's like when you go to baseball spring training, and it's like the players walk into the stadium with the fans, and it's like it's that one time. They're just more conscious of the autograph hounds and sellers. They're conscious of that, but they'll mix and talk, and usually the little kids, they'll give the autographs, however many you want.
Yeah. Book a flight? No, I'm chilling. Let's talk some parlays, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk some parlays and let's get on up out of
You guys are
here.
gonna make me work. Let's
Money
see.
making Saturday. You popped out, Mitch, so you know I need one from you, man. I need a parlay, man. Let me get one.
All right, I'm gonna go with the Giants because I always take the Giants, and then I'll go with the Guardians. Just think that Littell, he just really always gets cracked. I mean, that guy really gives up the big bombs. And then I'll go with the oh boy, I don't know. Give me the A's.
Hopefully.
And the Cardinals game 1. While I'm here.
4-teamer from Mitch. Tony T, what you got for me?
I like the Royals, White Sox, and Dodgers, Tigers under.
Mitch, what you selling today?
I just have my one premium play. I have a couple other picks for long-term subscribers, but that's all I have. I'm really going light here into the break. It's like I had a good half of the season. I'm not like trying to ride on it or anything like that. You know, my first half that I had, we all know I kicked ass. I'm just kidding. Believe me, it goes away just as quickly as it happens. But I'm trying not to, I'm not. It's a tough card. I mean, it is a tough card. We're in the middle of a lot of these rotations, and head into the All-Star break. I think tomorrow will be tough too, because everyone's available. When everyone's available, it's like everyone will play.
Fair enough.
So, this has not been an easy baseball season. I mean, if I'm winning, it means it's tough because I win, I still suck, right? I mean, we all read the YouTube.
Javon, what you got for me here in the parlays?
Well, I'll give out two teamers. Yankees, Dodgers, that's 1. And Colorado first 5 plus 0.5, and Rangers, Astros under first 5.
Kurt, what you got for me?
I'm going to go with the Reds on the run line, and I'm going to go with the Phillies on the run line and the Sparks on the money line.
I'm going to go with the Reds on the run line. I'm going to go with the Diamondbacks on the money line, and I'll go with the Giants. 3-teamer. Money making Saturday, ladies and gentlemen. We appreciate each and every one of y'all for joining us. Per usual, we'll be back same time, same program tomorrow as we just try to continue to make some money here in the dog days of summer. Check out all our video content over at Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Our best bets are at Pick Dogs Premium. Any final words from any of you gentlemen before we get on up out of here?
Kick some ass, take some names, and take a few days off. It's pretty much how it's gonna be for me. I don't do WNBA, so I get the time off. I know these guys all do it. Tony? Did you do WNBA?
I haven't started yet, but been working models on it.
I just can't even. I don't even know where to start. It's like I grade the game, so I can see every game is wildly unpredictable. I mean, wildly unpredictable. I think if you just take the dog every time, it seems like that might be a good place to start. It seems that if you're a dog by 11 or more, you win outright most of the time. Every game is either the dog wins outright or it's like the favorite wins by 100. But a lot of big dogs come in.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, that's all for you. We'll see y'all tomorrow.
Kirk, soccer's over, or it's still going?
We got Copa final tomorrow and Euro final tomorrow. So videos with Goran will be up later today, and we already have a video up for the third place game in Copa. So yeah, that's going to be over soon, but a couple more games for you guys.
All right. tennis, right? Next year we got to do better in tennis. Tennis is a lot of money to be made in that sport.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people that like betting tennis. I don't bet it.
They like betting tennis because it's only one guy, you know, it's one woman. It's like there's not as much to it.
Yeah, there's some. I guess when I hear there's some spots to fade some huge favorites because they're either looking ahead, not interested, and there's a lot of spots in the ATP tour. So,
oh yeah, it's the one sport that you see more often than not where they stop taking action on a match.
Yeah.
It's like, and all of a sudden some big favorite loses like really badly, you know. It's like they'll stop taking action, you know, the big favorite just gets crushed. And
there's so many matches, right? Look at the field, 64, 128. I mean, you can find injuries here or there. You know, it's hard for the bookmakers to keep up on it.
People, they just don't want to be there.
Mitch, yeah. I'm tripping. I forgot why I'm not doing nothing. I'm not doing nothing. I'm going to be at home, locked in the other room, chilling during the break. Monday, 4 p.m. College football drop, man. Ooh, it ain't dropped since 2013, man. If you know, you know. We on that thing all day.
I know my Miami Hurricanes are loaded this year, man. Loaded. 3 top NFL draft prospects that hit the transfer portal all signed with Miami this year. So we're loaded.
So if you're looking for me over the break, I'll be on the game. Add me. You can get whooped. I'll probably be in Colorado. You know?
You can join our bandwagon. We got plenty of room.
I got Cam Ward over there. I might be playing with Miami, you know, scrambling a little bit. We'll see.
Yeah, but this running back, Rodriguez, is supposed to be really good too from Oregon State. Transferred in. He was the top running back in the portal. We lost our best wide receiver, went to Georgia, but outside of that, it's pretty stacked.
So yeah, should be fun. Should be a fun week coming up. Appreciate each and every one of y'all, man. Money making Saturday. See y'all tomorrow. We're out of here.